Hey there! In this video I'd like to give you my top 5 interesting facts in Smash. Smash has been an active franchise for over 20 years and there are a lot of great things to talk about in its history. Some are quite insignificant, while others are pretty amazing. I dug through some great facts and made this video out of my favorites. Honestly, there's so much more amazing things to talk about, so let me know if you want to see more. Snake has some very profound opinions about Zero Suit Samus. There's a nice Easter egg originating from Smash Brawl, but is still available in Smash Ultimate. This has to be my favorite Easter egg in Smash, as it actually gives us the possibility to know what a character actually thinks about another.
Hey, that's Luigi. Show him a little respect.
Going into a character's mind and knowing their opinion about another is something I personally really enjoy. This provides Smash with actual lore between its characters.
If he was smart, he'd tell her to stop getting kidnapped.
The cool thing is that these interactions are of course made by the developers, and this gives us the ability to see what Snake's real opinion is about cartoon characters.
She's been places and seen things that people like you and me can't even begin to imagine.
But underneath that cold metal exterior beats the heart of a woman.
My favorite has to be Snake's interaction with Samus. We already believed that these characters would get along quite well. But for Snake to also express some clear interest in Samus gives us some real facts to work with here.
You know, I bet if I took off all this heavy gear, I could catch her.
Yeah, you wish.
Her loss.
I'll have a link in the description to a video on all codec interactions in Smash. I will also link all other sources I use in this video right there.
So, this rose has thorns. Interesting.
This is no time for pickup lines, Snake.
Don't worry. I know from experience that it's the quiet ones you have to watch out for.
Smash Ultimate holds the crown for the biggest fighting game out there. Here are some great stats to show for it. I feel like we should start with talking about EVO. EVO, for the people who don't know, is the biggest fighting game tournament in the world. As of making this video, they already got 9,182 unique players signed up for their 2023 edition. Of all the games they hosted, Smash actually managed to get the highest viewership peak out of any game ever hosted at EVO, reaching over 279,000 viewers, with MKLeo making the biggest losers run of a lifetime. It's also worth noting that Smash is not breaking this record anytime soon, cause thanks to Nintendo's great input, it's been banned from EVO. The mark of the highest single stream viewership is going to Dragon Ball FighterZ though, with over 258,000 people tuning into the stream. It's definitely well known in the esports scene that Smash is one of the biggest fighting game series out there, even though Nintendo has always pushed back most of the game's potential. Smash has always been told that it can be what it wants to be, but the numbers won't lie. First of all, Smash Bros. Ultimate is the most sold fighting game according to Nintendo's website. Once again, all sources I mentioned are in the description. Smash Ultimate already reached a whopping 31.09 million sales to this date. In the second place is Street Fighter with 15.5 million copies sold. So this means that Smash actually managed to double the amount of sold to the second place. What surprised me though was when it actually comes to franchises, Mortal Kombat actually got around 79 million sales, while it's about 8 million sales more than the Smash franchise has currently sold. Esports has always been a big thing in gaming, and although Nintendo let Smash down, the audience definitely does not. Up till the last patch, the only nerf Steve, the most controversial and strongest character in Smash Ultimate, had ever received was removing his meat from his victory screen. If you're somewhat up to date with Smash Ultimate scene, you have undoubtedly heard about Steve's current reign of terror in the professional scene, and the appearance of Steve being one of the biggest memes ever coming from Smash.
What? No, guys! No, he didn't! What the? Production!
This funny blockman took over the character rankings, seemingly overnight. He went from being called a very bad character, to being called a very difficult character, to becoming the strongest, most carried character in the game, resulting in his ban in many different areas around the world. Yet, up till the very last patch released for Smash Ultimate, where his knockback on his up smash got reduced just a little, the only nerf Steve ever received was his meat being stolen from his victory screen. Think about it, as Snake losing his killer ass in his reappearance in the Ultimate, and Zero Suit Samus losing those damn Jaja bingos during his transition from Smash for... Why did they do that and introduce Pyro and Mitra later? As a Snake main, I can confirm that there's no bigger and more painful nerf than losing your ZSS Bahunkas, or in Steve's case that glorious piece of meat, or for that majestic backdoor Snake players. No, every player used to enjoy. So if you ever feel bad about how your character got nerfed to that, or how Snake and Steve got this strong without taking much nerfs, think about what they had to lose instead. Smash is one of the oldest and most watched game franchises in the top 25 viewers on stream in esports games. Now, let's check some statistics again. I enjoy numbers, especially when they are positive. They make me very happy, so if you like this video, consider upping that number on the like button. When it comes to live views, Smash is definitely up there. It is ranked in the top 25 highest view peak counts of 2023. This is done without any support of the game itself, drops, or basically any assistance from Nintendo. Other companies like Blizzard or Riot Games advertise their esports scene a lot, and even add rewards to boost their viewer count. While Smash has none of that, it still competes at the top. Currently, the Smash franchise is number 22 out of 25, and it's only 253 views behind FIFA, which is the 20th spot. With that, it's also cool to know that Smash, with the exception of FIFA, is the oldest franchise on this list. In addition, unlike FIFA, Smash actually has an old game that is still competitively viable, which is of course Smash Melee, released in 2001. Due to have been made in a rush, Melee has some of the most unusual bugs out there. Although I don't know much about Melee, I'd feel bad not including some fun facts about Melee specifically. I'd love to hear more Melee suggestions in the comments. So Melee has had a bumpy road ever since its development, and that caused some interesting bugs and interactions to appear. Here are 3 I really liked. Different color swaps of Captain Falcon actually have different sizes. Green Falcon is the largest Falcon with a size of 1102. And the normal Falcon is the smallest with a size of 1088. According to Melee players who know way more about this than me, this actually influences different inputs. To prove the difference of sizes, Falcon players would jab the Tower of Peach Castle. The bigger Falcon would push itself off, while the smaller Falcon wouldn't. I've heard a lot of things about throws, and all by all, they kinda make sense why they don't work. But there's one that really surprised me. Bowser down throw will completely happen, but will not damage Mr. Game & Watch and Jigglypuff, but it will work on Kirby and Pichu, for example. Another bug I also find very impressive is the Bunny Ganondorf bug appearing in the first version of Melee. In this version, Ganondorf would have a second jab, but not just anytime. Ganondorf would be able to have a second jab only if he has bunny ears on his head. I must say that's a very questionable bug. Bunny Ganondorf could definitely get up a few spots in the tier list. It's funny how this occurred, but I assume this has to do with how Melee had to be very smart about their storage use in order to keep things small. Potentially this jab 2 animation will be coming from Captain Falcon and could be triggered by Bunny Ganondorf for some reason. Thank you all so much for watching. This is my first video in this way, but I really enjoyed making it. If I made any mistakes or do you have any suggestions or ideas for upcoming videos, Definitely let me know in the comment and consider subscribing to the channel as I'm working on providing you all with even more great content. Have a nice day everyone, bye bye.